What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 on my lesson on how to buy a home in 2021. Once again, my name is Rob Bailey, realtor in the Chicagoland area with Arnie Realty Inc. If you missed part 1, be sure to go back to my YouTube channel and check it out, just in case you don't know what's going on before this video. But if you have, otherwise, let's get started. So now, congratulations. You've got that offer accepted. However, you've only done about half the work that it takes in order to be able to fully close on your home and move in. So after you get your offer accepted, there are a few things that you need to do. First, I would get your contract over to a real estate attorney so they can go over it and make sure everything's okay. Now, I know some states do use real estate attorneys and some states don't, and to figure out which one it is in your area, I will consult with your real estate agent. Next, you need to make sure to turn in your earnest money to the designated escrow account. Turning in your earnest money is a very important step because this is what makes your contract enforceable, which means that it makes your contract bindable. Once your contract is bindable, you or the seller can't just back out for any reason. This is especially important in 2021 because once a home gets its offer accepted, there are going to be many people trying to sneak up behind you saying, hey, whatever they paid you, I'll give you X amount of money more than that to try to get the deal or try to take the deal from you. But once you have that earnest money, the seller can't simply cancel the deal strictly because of price. There are other reasons that they can cancel it, but we'll go over that a little bit later. Here's another thing that I often run into from buyers that you really shouldn't do, especially in 21. A lot of buyers like to try to wait until they do their inspection first before they turn in their money because they don't want to risk losing their earnest money if the inspection is bad. However, you definitely shouldn't do that in 2021 because, like I said before, the contract isn't enforceable until you turn in that earnest money. That means that for whatever reason, the seller can just back out of the contract. You don't want to waste your time and your money on that inspection only for the seller to just back out for no reason. So that's why it's always important to turn in that earnest money as soon as possible, as soon as that contract gets accepted. For those who are worried that they're going to lose their earnest money, there are many ways that you can cancel a contract as a buyer and still keep your earnest money. For instance, if the inspection doesn't go well or you find something that you weren't expecting, you can definitely cancel the deal and be able to get your earnest money back. Make sure to consult with your realtor and your attorney to go over all the rules as far as earnest money and the do's and don'ts to make sure that you have yourself covered. After you've taken care of your real estate attorney and turned in your earnest money, next it's time for you to schedule your inspection. Now, in most standard real estate contracts, you have a certain amount of time, usually either 5 or 10 days, for you to get an inspection on the home, just in case you find something that you may not have seen when you first looked at the home. The inspection is a very important part of the process, especially for the buyers, because it helps protect the buyers from anything that the untrained eye may not know to look at, and may help uncover any hidden problems with the home, such as issues with the roof or maybe issues with the foundation. Now, the inspector is going to check every single component of the home and let you know whether it's in good condition or whether it's in acceptable condition or whether it's something that needs to be repaired in the near future. Once you have that information, now you're entering into the part where I like to call the renegotiation phase. In the renegotiation phase, this is where you go over all the inspection items with your attorney and your realtor, and you determine which items you can live with and which items you absolutely want repaired. Otherwise, you're going to back out of the deal. You don't want the home. Once you've decided that, your attorney or your realtor will then go back to the sellers and say, hey, we found these items on the inspection report, and you either need to fix these items or you can give the buyer some money and the buyer will take care of those repairs themselves. Now, in the past, this is a pretty common tactic for buyers to do to try to take some more off of that price and to try to get a better deal. However, in 2021, remember that the market is a little bit different. It's a heavy seller's market, and sellers know that if you as a buyer don't take this home, there are probably 3 or 4 buyers waiting behind you that can't wait to get this home under contract and that are watching and waiting, hoping that the home comes back on the market so they can get another shot. Because of this, sellers may not be as easy or may not be as willing to negotiate those repairs as they would have been otherwise. That's why I say it's very important for you to look at those inspection items and decide exactly what you can live with and what you absolutely need repaired, or you're going to walk away from the home, or you don't want the home. So don't be surprised if you ask for all these items on the inspection report to be fixed and the seller just flat out says, no, take the home as is, and if you don't want it, we have other buyers that want it. From there, you just simply have to make your decision whether you want to live with those items and take the home as is or not. After you make it past the inspection, the next step is the appraisal period. The appraisal is when a lender sends a licensed professional or an appraiser out to the home to determine the home's value. The appraisal is also a very important step when it comes to the home buying process, because the lender will only lend up to the amount that the home appraises for. So for example, if you have a contract to buy a home for $250,000, but the appraiser says it's only worth $225,000, then the most that the lender will lend on that home is $225,000. Another important part of this is that that appraisal will stick to that home for 6 months. So that means that that home will not be able to get a loan above $225,000 because that's what it appraised for. In 2021, a lot of savvy buyers are actually using this fact to their benefit. What they're doing is that they're actually offering way above the listing price because they know there are going to be multiple offers, and they just want to beat out all the other offers and get the home under contract. Once the home is under contract, they wait for the appraiser to come back and say, hey, the home isn't worth what you bid for it, it's only worth X amount. And that appraised price is likely going to be a lot lower than the price that they offered, which means they automatically only have to pay that appraised price. Once they get to that appraised price, chances are the seller isn't going to back out of the deal and try to go with another buyer because, like I said before, that appraisal sticks to the home. So that means that that is the most that that seller is going to get for that house. So they're just going to roll with the buyer that whose offer they accepted in the first place. So if you're having trouble buying a home, or you're getting beat out by multiple offer situations, this might be something that you want to try. It's a little bit riskier because there's always a chance that the seller might just be in their feelings and cancel the deal for no reason, and you've just wasted that money on the appraisal. But there's a good chance that once you win that offer, the seller is just going to take as much money as they can, which is the appraised price. If you're in the driver's seat, or if you're the one with the contract on the home, then you're the one who gets it. You win. No risk, no reward, right? Now that you made it past the inspection period and you made it past the appraisal period, you're almost in the clear. Up next, you have your final walkthrough. Your final walkthrough is when you visit the home, usually a day before closing or the morning before you close, and to just check the home out to make sure everything is the way it was when you first saw it. Now, during the final walkthrough, you want to make sure that everything works, or if there were any items that the seller was going to fix from the inspection report, you want to check those items to make sure that they're fixed. Once everything is okay, then congratulations. You go to the closing and then you sign your life away with all the mortgage paperwork, and then the home is yours. You get the keys and you get to move into your brand new home. Once again, congratulations, because in 2021, it's a lot harder to do than it was before. Congratulations again, you made it. All right, guys, that was my video on the home buying process in 2021. Any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me either in the comments below or through my website, which is BaileyAcresProperties.com. Once again, my name is Rob Bailey, realtor in the Chicagoland area with Arnie Realty Inc. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.